A Canada Art Museum Gallery Guide. Chapter 1. Canada Art Museum Websites. Canadian Art Museum Websites. Canada.ca/en/heritage-information-network.html, homepage of Canadian Heritage Information Network. Gallery.ca, National Gallery of Canada. rom.on.ca, Royal Ontario Museum. Toronto. agv.bc.ca, Art Gallery of Greater Victoria, British Columbia. ago.net, Art Gallery of Ontario. ago.on.ca, Art Gallery of Ontario. Art Gallery of Hamilton.on.ca. bnlmtl.org, La Biennale de Montréal. CanadaCouncil.ca, the Canada Council for the Arts. ccca.concordia.ca, Centre for Contemporary Canadian Artists. Civilization.ca, Canadian Museum of Civilization. cmoa.org. collectionscanada.gc.ca. gardnermuseum.on.ca, Gardner Museum of Ceramic Art. gardnermuseum.on.ca/index.aspx, Gardner Museum, Toronto. Gateway to Canadian Art. macam.org, Musée d'Art Contemporain de Montréal, in French and English. macam.org/index2.cfm?lang=sign_ecomma Musée d'Art Contemporain de Montréal. mctaggart.ualberta.ca/mac/index.aspx, McTaggart Art Collection, University of Alberta. maltwood.uvic.ca, U-Victoria Maltwood Art Museum and Gallery. mbam.qc.ca, Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. mbam.qc.ca/en/collections/archaeology-cultures-du-monde, Montreal Museum of Fine Arts, World Cultures Collection. mcmichael.on.ca, McMichael Canadian Art Collection. mdq.org, Musée du Québec. media.macam.org, Archives et Media du Musée d'Art Contemporain de Montréal. mmfa.qc.ca/a-sama-ir.html, Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. Museum for Textiles.on.ca. Textile Museum of Canada. national.gallery.ca, National Gallery of Canada, Ottawa. national.gallery.ca, National Gallery of Canada. owajhka.com, Owijajaa, Hadiga Enij, a non-profit organization based on 6 nations of the Grand River in Ontario Iroquoian languages and songs. rcip-ca.ca/artifacts/index-eng.jsp, heritage. rom.on.ca, Royal Ontario Museum, Toronto. tiafair.com, Art Toronto, Toronto International Art Fair. vanaartgallery.bc.ca, Vancouver Art Gallery. vancouverchinesegarden.com/index.htm, Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden, Vancouver. virtualmuseum.ca, Virtual Museum of Canada. wag.mb.ca, Winnipeg Art Gallery. yukonartscentre.org/index.html, Yukon Arts Centre. Chapter 2. Ontario Art Museum Galleries. Burlington. burlingtonartcentre.on.ca, Burlington Art Centre. Guelph. uoguelph.ca/msac, Macdonald Stewart Art Centre. Hamilton. Art Gallery of Hamilton.com, Art Gallery of Hamilton. mcmaster.ca/museum, McMaster Museum of Art. Kingston. aeac.ca, Etherington Art Centre at Queen's University. Kleinbug. mcmichael.com, McMichael Canadian Art Collection. London. londonmuseum.on.ca, London Regional Art and Historical Museums. North York. yorku.ca/agu, Art Gallery of York University. Oakville. oakvillegalleries.com, Oakville Galleries. Orillia. aureliamuseum.org, Orillia Museum of Art and History. Oshawa. rmg.on.ca, Robert McLaughlin Gallery. Ottawa. Gallery.ca, National Gallery of Canada. cmcp.gallery.ca, Canadian Museum of Contemporary Photography. quaji.carleton.ca, Carleton University Art Gallery. ottawaartgallery.ca, Ottawa Art Gallery. collectionscanada.gc.ca/portraits, Portrait Gallery of Canada. Owen Sound. tomthomson.org, Tom Thomson Memorial Art Gallery. Peterborough. agp.on.ca, Art Gallery of Peterborough. Salt Ste. Marie. Art Gallery of Algoma.ca, Art Gallery of Algoma. Toronto. ago.net. utoronto.ca/gallery, Barnick Art Gallery at the University of Toronto. arcturus.ca, Gallery Arcturus. gardnermuseum.on.ca, Gardner Museum of Ceramic Arts. mercerunion.org, Mercer Union Center for Contemporary Visual Art. maca.ca, Museum of Contemporary Canadian Art. rom.on.ca, Royal Ontario Museum. textilemuseum.ca, Textile Museum of Canada. thepowerplant.org, The Power Plant Contemporary Art Gallery. Windsor. Art Gallery of Windsor.com, Art Gallery of Windsor. Chapter 3. Quebec Art Museums and Art Galleries. Hull. Civilization.ca, Canadian Museum of Civilization. Joliette. musejoliette.org, Musée d'Art de Joliette. Montreal. mbam.qc.ca/en/index.html, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Montréal. cca.qc.ca, Canadian Centre for Architecture. ciac.ca/en/index.html, Centre International d'Art Contemporain. ellengallery.concordia.ca, Ellen Gallery at Concordia University. mccord-museum.qc.ca/n, McCord Museum of Canadian History. machem.org, Musée d'Art Contemporain de Montréal. Quebec City. mnba.qc.ca, Musée National des Beaux-Arts du Québec. mcq.org/index_n.html, Museum of Civilization in Quebec City. Rivière du Loup. mbzel.qc.ca, Basse Saint Laurent Museum. Chapter 4. Canada Art Galleries and Museums for the Other Provinces. Alberta Art Museums and Art Galleries. Banff. banffcentre.ca/wpg, Walter Phillips Gallery. white.org, White Museum of the Canadian Rockies. Calgary. Art Gallery Calgary.org, Art Gallery of Calgary. Glenbow.org, Glenbow Museum. people.uk/nickel/index.shtml, Nickel Arts Museum at the University of Calgary. trianglegallery.com, the Triangle Gallery of Visual Arts. Edmonton. uraga.ca, Art Gallery of Alberta. Lethbridge. uleth.ca/Art Gallery, University of Lethbridge Art Gallery. British Columbia Art Museums and Art Galleries. Courtenay. comoxvalleyartgallery.com, Comox Valley Art Gallery. Grand Forks. grandforksartgallery.com, Grand Forks Art Gallery. Kamloops. kag.bc.ca, Kamloops Art Gallery. Kelowna. kelownaartgallery.com, Kelowna Art Gallery. Nanaimo. nanaimoartgallery.com, Nanaimo Art Gallery. Penticton. pentictonartgallery.com, Penticton Art Gallery. Prince George. tworeversartgallery.com, Two Rivers Gallery. Richmond. richmondartgallery.org, Richmond Art Gallery. Vancouver. belkin.ubc.ca, Belkin Art Gallery at the University of British Columbia. helenpittgallery.org, Helen Pitt Gallery. British Columbia, Vancouver. VanaArtGallery.bc.ca, Vancouver Art Gallery. Vernon. VernonPublicArtGallery.com, Vernon Art Gallery. Victoria. agv.bc.ca, Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. RoyalBCMuseum.bc.ca, Royal BC Museum. UVC.uvic.ca, University of Victoria Art Collections. Manitoba Art Museums and Art Galleries. Winnipeg. WAG.ca, Winnipeg Art Gallery. New Brunswick Art Museums and Art Galleries. Fredericton. BeaverbrookArtGallery.org. Sackville. mta.ca/owens/index.html, Owens Art Gallery at Mount Allison University. Newfoundland Art Museums and Art Galleries. St. John's. therooms.ca/art gallery, the Rooms Provincial Art Gallery. Nova Scotia Art Museums and Art Galleries. Halifax. Art Gallery of Nova Scotia.ca, Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. artgallery.dal.ca, Dalhousie University Art Gallery. Nova Scotia Art Websites. visualarts.ns.ca. visualarts.ns.ca/resources/helpful-information. paintsns.ca. facebook.com/visualarts-Nova Scotia. x.com/visualartsns. instagram.com/visualartsns. gallery.acadiau.ca. adjectivistudioandgallery.com. amicusgallery.ca. nscad.ca/en/home/galleries-events/galleries/default.aspx. argylefineart.blogspot.ca. art1274hollis.ca. Art Gallery of Nova Scotia.ca. arcasy.ca. artzone-gallery.ca. AAANDC.org. blueshuttersantiques.ca. breadgallery.blogspot.ca. buchanangallery.ca. capebretoncraft.com. cbu.ca/campus/art-gallery. centerforarttapes.ca. alderneylanding.com/gallery/index.html. artgallery.dal.ca/programming. ilevelgallery.ca. fraserculturalcenter.org. electricare.blogspot.com. pageandstrange.com. harvestgallery.ca. hermeshfx.com. acadiacinema.coop/jacksgallery. khyber.ca. lunenburgartgallery.com. leachsum.ns.ca. marigoldcenter.ca/new-page-98. paintedsaltbox.com. craft-design.ns.ca. msvuart.ca. oldbarngallery.ca/the-gallery. oxforduniversitygallery.ca. hfx.tumblr.com. piaviagallery.com. peer-gallery.com. artscenter.ca/galleries/what's-in-r-galleries. smu.ca/administration/external affairs/art gallery/welcome.html. secordgallery.com/gallery2/main.php. sites.stfx.ca/art gallery. studio21.ca. Art Gallery of Nova Scotia.ca/shop-rent/Tykerd-gallery. tidnishbridgeartgallery.com. viewpointgallery.ca. visual-voice.ca/fine-art. windingliverartgallery.com. yarmouthwaterfrontgallery.com. zwickersgallery.ca. Saskatchewan Art Museums and Art Galleries. North Battleford. allanzap.com, Allan Sap Gallery. Regina. dunlopartgallery.org, Dunlop Art Gallery. mackenzieartgallery.sk.ca, Mackenzie Art Gallery, Saskatoon. Mendel.ca, Mendel Art Gallery. Swift Current. Art Gallery of Swiftcurrent.org, Art Gallery of Swift Current. Yukon Art Museums and Art Galleries. White Horse. YukonArtsCenter.com, Yukon Arts Center.